Good morning everyone and welcome back to the channel, where today it is Saturday the 12th of December and I am currently walking up the road to somewhere very special and somewhere that I haven't visited in years. And when I say years, I mean years. So today I am heading to Ham House and Gardens, which is a 17th century house. It's like a stately home, and it's situated on the River Thames. It's taken me about 10 minutes to get here from home, which isn't bad at all, just a quick bus ride. And this house is very special because when I was in primary school I used to do a sort of gardening club here, so I did gardening in the actual gardens of the house, which was a unique experience. And I remember one day we got to dress up in 17th century clothes and we made like rose water biscuits inside the kitchen at the house. But I'm excited to go back round and look at everywhere else that I didn't get to see last time, have another wander around the gardens, even though it's quite cold today, and with it being so near the river it might be a bit chilly around the house as well. Obviously when I'm inside the house you have to wear face masks, as it's an indoor attraction, and I have a timed entry slot for 10:30 to 11, so I've got a half-hour window to get there, but I'm about 5 minutes up the road, so I will see you when I get there. Just another really quick thing to mention, as I know some people who watch the channel love visiting stately homes and they kind of wonder what the price range is to visit these places. For Ham House and the Gardens it is £10 entry, which I think is actually quite good for what you're getting, and the property is also owned by the National Trust, so if you're a National Trust member you do get free admission into the gardens and the house. I'm not, so I have paid the £10, but as I said, like, for what you're getting is pretty good value. So I will see you up at the house. Just through those trees, I believe, is my destination, but I was not expecting having to trek a quarter of a mile across the park, and I am not looking forward to doing this in the dark if it's dark when I leave, which, knowing my luck, will most likely be the case. But it's a nice setting to have a stately home. I think it's like the same with Hampton Court. You obviously have Bushy Park across the road, and you have Home Park, which is all of Henry VIII's hunting ground. Like, I think these are really nice places to have stately homes or royal palaces, to be honest. And yeah, again, Hampton Court is situated by the river, so very pretty settings and very quiet. You can imagine back in the 17th century all these houses didn't exist, so be nice and quiet, and it would all have horse-drawn carriages, I believe, unless cars were designed by then, but I'm not too sure. Please do leave a comment down below if I got that wrong, because I might have. But yeah, there is the house, and it's very red brick colouring like Hampton Court. Obviously it's not as big, but it's still going to be a lovely day, hopefully, and I can't wait to show you inside and also around the garden. So I will see you very soon, and I might quickly go and get a quick peek through those gates over there. Let's go. And there is the back of the house, which leads into the gardens. Obviously, you remember from my Richmond Park video, you could just make this out from King Henry's Mound when we were there, which is over there in the distance. But yeah, let's get inside, and I can't wait. Obviously, with it also being COVID and social distancing, there may be a queue to get inside the house due to limited numbers, but I'm sure I will manage to have a look round. I'm here quite early. I'm the second available time slot for the day. So hopefully I'll be able to go and have a wander through the house. It has also started raining and I'm in a fluffy coat, which is not the best, but let's blame my mum, everyone, because she said it wasn't going to rain. So this channel can blame Mama Jo for my fluffy coat getting absolutely soaked if it really rains. It's only splitting at the moment, so it's not bad, but if the rain gets heavier, just remember we're blaming Mama Jo. And here we are. So the house opens at 12. I've got my map so I don't lose my way around. So we'll have a little look at the map in a bit. But I'm so excited to be here. So let's go for a little wander around the gardens. So I can imagine during summer this is all filled with leaves and colour. But it's still equally as nice walking through during the winter. And here we are out on the terrace. With the house just here. It's very pretty, very regal. So I don't know whether we're going to go that way or that way first. Maybe that way. So when I go in here, I'm not going to talk, I'm just going to video and just pick up the atmosphere of what it would have been like in the 17th century to just sit around with no worries or cares, with that as your viewpoint. It's a gorgeous building. Roll on 12 o'clock when we can go and explore inside. I believe this is where I spent a lot of time gardening when I was in primary school. We did bird watching as well, along with the few activities that I mentioned inside the house in the intro. But wow, it's really nice to be back yeah, I think we did lots of planting around here, loads of different flowers and food. It's just nice to be having another wander back round. There's also an interactive audio tour, which I might do to kill some time a little bit later on. Because I saw the start point, but I didn't see 2 or 3, and then I've magically found 4 and 5. So we'll have to have another look round. And I believe this little place is the cafe. There's also a shop that opens at 11, so I will try and find that on the map. And I'm really considering becoming a National Trust member, because obviously I think there's over 500 sites around the UK, including here. So as you can see, a little bit of festive Christmas tree over there. So we'll go for a wander round and then find our way back here a little bit later. Well, this is a cute little area. Insects and other wildlife. Might go and have a little wander through the courtyard in a second as well. And then the shop is just there, which opens in about 10 minutes. And so I might go and have a nosy around there and see what I can find. So here we are in the little courtyard area with the shop just behind. And the house was actually built in 1610. So it's a very old, very grand building. Here's a little garden room. I might go and have a look in there. It's quite interesting. And I'm currently reading up on the map, so I might try and hunt out a few interesting facts. So the estate is said to be shimmering on the sweetest river in all the world, and it's a house from the Stuart history period. Well, this is a nice little hidden gem. So they're growing all spearmint here. Oh, that's so nice. Spearmint. They're in like chewy mints or strong mints or chewing gum. Sweet violet. Lemon balm sounds quite interesting. Strawberry. Oh, love strawberries. Oh, so these are all remedies. So these were all used for medicines. Don't know what that is. That might be the old dairy. I think I'm quite near that, but I'm not too sure. So what ones do we have the other side? Rosemary. Oh, licorice. My dad likes licorice. Probably not like this though. Butcher's Broom is quite a interesting name for a plant. Ah, the red rose of Lancaster. Let's have a little look through this door down here, and then we'll have another wander back round. Change of plan. Through that door is the entrance to the house, so obviously I still have about an hour until that opens up, and then I will pop through there. They've got some lovely trees all lit up, so I think we'll have a quick peek in the garden room, and then I will have a wander around the shop, maybe get a hot drink from the cafe, and have another wander around the gardens. can't get over how stunning that building is though. So incredible. This brings back loads of memories of gardening. I'm guessing there's normally a film on the TV. Oh, it's getting very cold here. Again, it's because you're by the river, but it's very chilly. I have just popped into the shop and got myself the things I like to collect from stately homes and palaces and things like that. I've got myself a guidebook and also another smaller little guide on the ghost stories of Ham House because I love all things spooky. And that came to £5.50, so the guidebook was £4.50 and the little ghost guide was £1, I think. Yeah, that works out. I had to think that my working mathematical brain is not in gear today. But I'm really enjoying having a little wander around here. It's really pretty. And I think this takes you back down towards the cafe. So I've got about 50 minutes, maybe 45 now, before the house opens to the public. So I might go and have a quick warm drink before, and then I will speak to you in a bit. So I have just gone and got myself a festive hazelnut hot chocolate, and it smells really nice. So I'm gonna have this, warm up a bit. Big shout out to the staff here today. They're really, really friendly, especially like the guy in the cafe. We had a nice little chat. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting inside the house soon. So I'm going to enjoy my hot chocolate, maybe have a quick flick through my guidebook, and then I will speak to you in a bit. And here we are out at the front of the house. Lovely trees, some twinkling lights, and oh my god, look how amazing it is. I've never been this close to this part of the house before. It looks so amazing. Little clam chairs. So I think I'm going to go and get a closer look, just up closer to the house in a second. But it's absolutely gorgeous. So here's the original front door, I think. Look at all that intricate carving. It looks very, very... Imagine the time it must have taken someone to do that. Might take a photo. This is lovely. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, so I've taken a few photos by the main entrance of the house, and I'm now going round the side to join the queue to have a walk round inside. So I'm not sure how long the queue is going to be. It might take a while, as I'm sure a lot of people are going to want to go in. So I will see you inside. steps now. Let's head on upstairs.
This is a Duchess's bedchamber.
It's really pretty.
Are you all together?
No.
Oh, okay. You can come in, but just keep your distance. It's a separate household. Into the bathroom. When I say bathroom, it's just a barrel, and there's a picture of it there. What it looks like downstairs. And this is the Duchess, which was around 21 years old.
How long did she live here for?
All her life.
All her
yes,
life.
yeah. She was born here in 1926 and she died here. Was it 19... I'm sorry, I mean 1626. It's about 16, 17.
Great grand bed.
Very grand, yes.
There's lovely paintings all around the room too. And this is a dining room.
You know, I told you the spare thing. You can see the outline of it, so you'll know it's a door. They need to be
I love all the tapestries in the houses like this. They must have taken so long to do.
But I think in the olden days,
Beautiful. like the painting of the owl up there. And lovely views out the windows. Thank you, thank you. I love the ceiling, it's really pretty.
And if you see the marbling in the fire traps, that's picked out in the painting. At the sides.
Oh yeah,
Not just the side, it's in different parts of it.
that's really clever.
Yeah.
So what was this room
So this is
used
called
for?
the White Closet, and she would entertain her closest friends here for tea and a chat. You know, just the girls get together. And then the next room is more of her study area.
Okay.
The writing desk in there. And there's not so much in there at the moment because of things. But
Yeah, understandable.
come back another time, you'll see more.
I love the ceiling. This is her study. Apologies for not much talking here, but I think it's just nice to soak it in and show you everything. This is a beautiful room. That is the Countess of Dorisal. Must mean this is the Earl.
Look down behind the step.
Even the statues have got masks on. Very 2020. And that was the wander through the lower area of the house. That was really nice. Lots of footage in there for you to see. So I think I'm gonna whiz around and do the garden audio tour, and then I will wrap up today's vlog from Ham House. It's been lovely. So just over there, where all the boats are, is the River Thames. So I'm currently wandering around to the cherry garden, which is this nice little area. I didn't actually wander around it earlier. It's very pretty. There would normally be a big statue or something in the middle there. Yeah, very pretty. So in the audio garden tour, she talks about these little holes in the hedges so you can peer into the private garden we were just in. And under the black tarpaulin covering is a statue of Bacchus, who was the god of wine, and it's the only remaining statue from the time of the Lauderdales back in the 16th century, so I found that really interesting. Anyway, onwards to the next stop, which I believe is the gorgeous South Terrace, which I've got a lot of footage of, but let's get some more. It's absolutely stunning, beautiful. So I'm heading over to stop 4, which is in the Wilderness, where my first stop of today was, back at the beginning of the vlog. But I learned something really interesting about the way they styled the garden, is to replicate the 17th century wonder that you would have seen as the terrace was used to promenade, so people could see you and you could see the beauty. And this was actually to show off your wealth. How a garden was split off is it meant that you could show off that you have the money and the wealth to pay gardeners to hand pick. And then they've only recently replicated this back in 2019. And then in the summer they mentioned that 4 of the beds are flowers and the rest is shrubs. I think that's really interesting. It's a really interesting fact to know, that to actually show off your wealth, it wasn't to just have a huge lawn, it was to have it in sections. And that the gravel we are walking on today, the people of Ham House used to have an arrangement with Richmond Park, and they would ship, I think he mentioned, like 20 tons of gravel to be used here at Ham House while people visited, as gravel used to be a really expensive material. But he did mention they don't have that arrangement with Richmond Park anymore, so who knows. But it is a very, very beautiful place to visit. I'm really enjoying it. Some more interesting facts about the Wilderness area we're in now. This was used for ladies to have a safe place to walk, and I can get how they got that sense of comfort and security with all the hedges. And she mentioned that the hedges are the average height of the people at the time, so they could peep over. And funnily enough, I am at that height. I'll quickly show you a quick clip. So there's the hedge, and here's me, so yeah, I can easily peek over. So the Wilderness is split up into 16 compartments. 4 house spring and summer plants, and then the other 4 home the autumn and winter plants. And each section is known by the sun houses, which we currently can't go and sit in at the moment. But the lady on the tour also mentioned that the roofs of them in Elizabeth's time used to be thatched, and someone used to rotate it. So whether that be for a different view, private meeting, shade, a servant would be there to rotate that. But sadly, you don't get that service these days. But again, it's something really interesting. You wouldn't think that that used to be thatched and it could rotate. It's really interesting. And I'm now on to my last stop on the audio tour, which is the kitchen garden, where, like I said earlier, back when I was younger, I used to do gardening school here. So let's go and have a peek round. And so that concludes the end of my garden tour. I really enjoyed that. I learned a lot more about the gardens. They're really, really beautiful, and I'd love to come back in a warmer month, maybe spring or summer, to see all the flowers out in bloom. And with that, I believe it is the end of my visit to Ham House. It's been a lovely morning and afternoon re-exploring the gardens and having a wander around an amazing house. Hopefully I don't know. We're only taken up to like the ground floor levels. I don't know whether in normal times you're able to visit the rest of the house, so I will have to come back and check that out and see if that's the case. But even if not, the rooms I saw are absolutely incredible, and the detail in them is something really, really special. So I will head back out to the front of the house and wrap up the vlog there. And so concludes the end of my visit. As you can see, the door is now open, as that is the exit when you are leaving the house. My highlights of today has just been able to go outside and do something, but I wouldn't have chosen anywhere better. It's been a lovely day, and I loved looking around the house, as I've never done that before, apart from the kitchen where I made the rosewater bread. So it's nice to go back in there, and it looks really festive with all the Christmas trees and decorations. It's really pretty, and I've loved having a wander around the garden, first of all just by myself, and then second doing the tour, and that has taught me a lot about the history of the gardens. So that has been it from the gorgeous Ham house for today, and there will be another vlog coming up very soon, so stay tuned for that one. I won't explain what it is, I'll leave it as a surprise, just like I did with Ham house. And I do hope you've enjoyed the video. If you did, please do like and subscribe if you haven't already. I've got lots of different stuff coming up on the channel. So for now, I've been Lou, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!